I have dedicated my professional career to the study and control of arthropods.
Hello, I'm my first video of the day. I'm going to do another movie review, and this time I'm not going to do movies I've recently watched. I want to talk about some of my very favorite movies, just a few. This is by no means a comprehensive list. This is just the movies that I really like. You can read the titles are on my profile, and I'll put a link to the IMDb pages for each of these movies. One of them, of course, my top favorite movie, and this isn't because I want to look cool or anything like that, but my favorite movie of all time is Casablanca. Um, I know it's black and white. It's got a lot of things that people don't like. I know a lot of people, like my wife, hates black and white movies. But it is beautiful. If you haven't seen it, please take the time to watch this movie. I can't even imagine. It's perfect. It's the perfect movie in my opinion. It's even it's progressive in many ways. It has a lot of elements in it that were certainly not in movies. It was making a statement about things that were not maybe not being said often or maybe at all at the time. There's it's a perfect movie. Anyway, and I've shown it to a lot of people that were sort of not interested in seeing it, and I love to see people get hooked into this movie. It's great. Another one. I'm sorry, jumping around here. I'm not doing these in any particular order. There's a movie. This is a movie out of India. It's a Bollywood film, which is actually unfortunate. Not unfortunate that it's from India. It's unfortunate that it has the Bollywood label to it. It's called Asoka, Asoka. It's about a king who the king whose legend has it brought Buddhism to many parts of Asia, including Thailand and such. It's this epic. I mean, it's incredible. Okay, the movie is phenomenal, and I have to say, if there's anything negative to say about this film, is that the storyline is interrupted by dance numbers, and I like Bollywood films. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sucker for Bollywood films. Don't ask me why. I like them a lot. In fact, that's how I found this movie. But it's in this case the singing and dancing detracts from the film a lot. I mean, it really detracts from it. Right in the middle of these dramatic, intense scenes, suddenly everybody breaks out in song, and it has nothing to do with the plot. It doesn't further the plot. It does nothing for it. I would love to see somebody re-edit the film and just take those clips out. And I think I find it really surprising that this movie never got. I mean, it's a long film, and you're just gripped from start to finish. It's amazing. So please check that one out. Again, I'll put the link up so you don't have to worry about writing the title down. Okay, let's see what other films. Okay. I want to talk about a really weird one. I love unusual films. I'm a sucker for indie films, even though, and this is my rationale is that I'd say most of the time, in fact, maybe into the 90% of the time, I don't like them. Okay, if that makes sense. Meaning, I see a film, as soon as I see like the Sundance thing on it, or the all of the film awards are on the DVD case, I have to rent it. Even though most of the time I watch it and I think it's crap. But the reason I'm a sucker for them is that the times when they're not crap, in my opinion, they're my favorite movies of all. I love them. One I'm going to point out. This actually I wasn't going to talk about, but I guess I'll throw it in there. I loved this movie. It's called Wristcutters, a love story. Amazing film. It's great. It's just a well done. The soundtrack, Gogol Bordello, Russian gypsy punk, is the it's an amazing soundtrack. It's an amazing film all the way around. I really liked it a lot. And again, it's like I said, I've purchased the movie. I've watched it 3 or 4 times now. I think probably 4 times. And it's really good. But anyway, we're talking about this is into the strange realm. There's a movie out there. It's called Dr. Caligari, and I'm not talking about the 1919 German film. There's a German film called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which is good. I'm not in any way, and I think they remade that one. They actually reissued a version of the old one, and the old film is good. It actually, you watch it, you see a lot of elements that sort of have become cliche horror film stuff. But the newer one, I think it's 1989, Dr. Caligari. It's a remake, or it's sort of a sequel / remake. But there's no actual real. I mean, there's a few ties. In the main character, Dr. Caligari, refers to her grandfather, the original Dr. Caligari, that sort of thing. But it's a bad acid trip from start to finish. It doesn't make any sense until you kind of allow yourself to step into the logic of the movie, if that makes sense. Meaning you sort of have to not just suspend belief, but you have to sort of suspend reality and let yourself get pulled into this. It helps to watch it a lot, several times. It helps to watch the old one and ponder it and think about, what does that mean? What is this? Because it's filled with symbols. Everything from the color schemes at some point in time, everybody's wearing yellow. Other times, everybody's wearing red. Things like that. Like the background scenes are all surrealistic. Nothing's there's no right angles. All of the doors, just like in the original film, everything's off. It's just twisted and bizarre, and it's funny in parts. It's a ride. And it's really cool is that it's actually produced by written and directed by you know what? I forgot his name. I'll put in the sidebar. But he goes by his porno name is Rince Dream, and he's produced actually some really high quality pornos as well. When with the same themes, actually, not linear, not your standard fare. They're only pornos because there's hardcore sex in them, but they actually have plots, and there's actually acting and a whole lot of dialogue going on in them. He did Café Flesh was one of his adult films. It's almost a shame that it's called a porno, because it's really cool science fiction movie. It's actually it's good. It's a great movie too. But anyway, he did this. So this is his his first non-porno film that he made, Dr. Caligari. Anyway, it's well worth it. It's hard to find on DVD. I think you can buy it. Actually, I think it's sold through Excalibur Films, which is an adult film company. I think they sell. I think that's where I bought mine. I'm trying to remember. I know I bought it from a porno company. It was the only way to get a copy of it, which is kind of funny in its own way. But anyway, let's see. Would I have any other movies? I think on my profile I list Wrath of Khan, which is my all-time favorite Star Trek film. I love it. It still gets me that even though I know he's coming back, that funeral scene, the bagpipes, gets to me every time. I can't watch it with dry eyes. It's really, and again, it's a great film. If you don't watch any other of the Star Trek movies or don't like the original series, still watch this one. It's great. Okay, I think I'm gonna end, and I'm gonna come. I have another video I'm going to be making today, so I will talk to you later.